So hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going to set up the Jenkins on our Windows machine. So for that you can go to the browser, and in the browser you just select the Jenkins download for the Windows. After that you will see the first link, and you can see the Jenkins.io. This is the official website of the Jenkins. So you can click on this link, download and the deploy. And after that, on this page you will see the stable version and the weekly releases version. And if you scroll down, so we will use the weekly releases version. So here you can see the latest version is 2.48, and now we will use the war file on our local system. Then we will start run the Jenkins using the war file. So you need to download this war file, so you just click on this one, and after that you will see the downloading will start here. Okay, so let's wait. The jenkins.war file is downloaded and completed. This is our folder, and under this folder I already have the jenkins.war file is there, which I have downloaded already. So to start this Jenkins, what we need to do, you just come to the location and one folder location, and under this folder location you click on the Control Shift and the right click, and after that you will see the open the command window here. So I'll click on that, and now we need to start the jenkins.war file. So for that I have the one command java -jar, then jenkins.war file is there. So by tab also you can select this one. Now enter. So when you will enter this one jenkins.war, it will start the Jenkins server on the local. So by default it will run over the 8080 port number on our Windows machine. So this is the Windows machine, and on that I'm going to run the Jenkins. So Jenkins SS Lab plugin, so you can ignore these warnings. So now you can see that an admin user has been created and the password, and the password will be stored at this location. Now if I go and see the users virendra.jenkins folder, then we will have this password, or directly you can copy this password. Now how we can access the Jenkins is up and running. Here you can see the Jenkins is fully up and running. So when you see this message, now how we can access the Jenkins server. So for that I'll go to the browser, and the browser you will type localhost, and then the port number is the 8080. This is the port number by which you can access the Jenkins locally. Now press enter. Now you can see the Jenkins is already up and running. Now it is asking for the password windows. So we need to set up the Jenkins before we're going to access the Jenkins dashboard. So first we need to unlock the Jenkins. Now here the administrator password is there. We need to enter that administrator password, and it will provide the location. So you can go to this location. So we will go to this locations as it is mentioned the location. So for you, this location will be your username, and then you can access the .jenkins folder. And under the .jenkins folder we have the secrets folder is there, and inside the secrets folder we have the one file which will have the initial admin password. So you can see this one, and right click and add it with the notepad, and in this file you will have the initial admin password. So you can copy this initial admin password, or you can access through the command prompt password. This is the initial admin password. You can also copy from the command prompt. Now let's go back to the browser. Now here enter the administrator password. Now click on the continue. We don't want to update the password for this one. It is asking to customize the Jenkins, install the suggested plugin, or select the plugins to install. So select the plugins to install. We will go later, okay, whenever we require to install the plugin. So as of now I will select the install suggested plugins. So this is getting the error. If you are getting this Jenkins error, okay, unable to connect to the Jenkins, when you click on the plugins, what you need to do, you need to restart the Jenkins. Close this command prompt and then restart your Jenkins, and after that trying to access this one, and then you will be able to access this one. So it is starting the default plugin as of now, whatever suggested by the Jenkins for the initial setup. So you can see, so we have some installation failure. That's okay, we will install later whenever we require. So GitHub everything, so we will install later, that I will show in this video. So now you just click on the continue. Now here it is asking to create an username. So will you create an username, by default admin, and we need to set up a password. That will be the provide your full name. So I'll provide your full name and the email address. If you want to provide the email address, you can provide, And if you want to skip and continue as an admin user, you can skip all these things and you can continue with the admin and create your first admin user here also. Now we have created the first admin user, so username is the admin, password is the password, and now the name, and this is the email address. Now save and continue. Now just save the password. Now the Jenkins is almost ready. We need to start the Jenkins, so we'll launch the command prompt and then java -jar jenkins.war file. Now let's restart the Jenkins. So this time we don't have any error. You can see all the error gone because we have set up the plugin for the Jenkins, so we are not getting any error. So now I will go and access the localhost 8080, and this time it is asking to login. So I will select the sign in with the Jenkins. So this is the username we have created and the password is the same. Now keep me sign in, so I will sign in to the Jenkins. Now this is the dashboard of the Jenkins. So before going to start working with the Jenkins, first thing is that we need to set up the JDK installations, our system. So on my system, the JDK version is installed in 17, and that version how we can set up. So to provide the path of this JDK, we will go to the Manage Jenkins. Under the Manage Jenkins, we'll go to the Tools. Under the Tools, if you scroll down, you can see the JDK installation is there. You can see this is the JDK installation is there. So let me add the JDK. And now provide me the name. This is the Java. Now it is installed automatically, but we don't want to install the automatic JDK. Okay, we want to set up the static JDK. So I'll uncheck this one, check the JDK. Now I need to provide the Java home paths. So on my systems, you can see this is the Java home path. So I'll select this path and copy and paste it here. Now change the slashes to the backward slash. This is the forward slash. So we'll change it to backward slash. Now apply and save. So this is how you can JDK installations and JDK setup. So hey guys, welcome back. So in this lecture I am going to show how we can create our first job in the Jenkins. We have successfully set up the Jenkins first time. Now how to create a job, that we will see in this lecture. This is the dashboard of the Jenkins, and in this dashboard you can see the new item is there. So first we need to create a new item. So I'll click on the new item and then you will see the type of the item. Here we need to create a very simple project. So I will select a very simple project type we call as the freestyle project. So let's create the freestyle project, and before that we will provide the project name. So I'm going to provide the project name as a test sonar demo and select the freestyle project. Now click on the OK, and after that you will see the configuration window is there. So under there we need to do some configuration for this project, and in the journal you can see there are the journal. You can provide the descriptions about the project. So test for SonarQube, okay, and leave it other options as a blank. Now coming to the source code management, this is the second configuration type. So this time we are not going to select any configuration. So as of now we will select the none, and then triggers. So we are not going to select any trigger as of now. Environmental level. So under the environment we need to select the environmental settings and the build steps. So what is the build step? So if you click on the add the build, there are the n number of the build steps are there, that we'll see later. Now I'm going to apply and the save. So you can see this is the one job is created, and now we want to build this job. So you can see left side the build now option is there. So just click on the build now, and after that under the builds you will see the build number is there. So #1 is the build number, and this is the timing of this build. I want to go to the console of this build. So you click on this drop down, and here you can see the console output. You can also delete the build from here. You can get the timing informations and the changes. So let's click on the console output. Now here started by this main username, and this is running as a system, and the building workspace is this location. Okay, this is the building workspace, and the job is successfully run. Like that we can create a very simple project. So hey guys, welcome back. So in this lecture we will see how we can integrate the GitHub project with the Jenkins. So this is my GitHub project we are using for the SonarQube, and this is the test SonarQube repo code. This is our repository name, and this is the master branch, and this is we having the code. This code we want to integrate with the Jenkins. So this is the Jenkins is up and running. So to integrate with the Jenkins, let me go to the again the new icon. item. Under the new item, I'm going to create a one job, test job. Okay, this is the test job with the Git. I'm going to create a freestyle project. Click on the OK. So now we have the configuration window. Under the configuration, go to the source code management. Now here you can see the Git is there. So we need to select the Git here and we need to provide the repository URL here. So now let me go back and now let me take the HTTPS clone link. So I'll copy this clone link and I will provide here. Now you can see the Git repository is there. Now please, we will get the error failed to connect to the repository, and this you will get first time when you are going to integrate the Git with the Jenkins. Now how to resolve this error? So to resolve this error, we will go to the dashboard. So I'll click on this dashboard. This is the dashboard. Under the dashboard, you can see the manage Jenkins is there, and if you scroll down, you can see the plugin section is there. And now you click on the available plugins. Now we need to integrate the Git and the GitHub with the Jenkins, so we need the plugins to be installed on the Jenkins side. So now what is the plugin name? So let's type the Git. We will select the GitHub, right? So we need the GitHub integration plugin. This is the GitHub integration plugin. You need to select this one first, and second is the GitHub authentication. So you can select this one. And the pipeline, this we will also select. Pipeline GitHub notify step, this we will also select. And GitHub check. So we can select these things, and GitHub PR comment build. These are the plugins related to the GitHub. So I'm going to install. So you click on the install, and after that you will see the installation will start immediately. Now the GitHub integration will start. So this is the main plugin, and this is for the authentication. This is for the GitHub authentication. This we will use to GitHub pipeline. We are creating the pipeline, the Jenkins, to integrate with the GitHub. So all the plugins installed successfully. Now again go to the available plugin. Now we need to select the Git. So first select the Git push, and if you scroll down, we are looking for the Git client plugin. So if you are not getting the Git client plugin, so you can install the Git push first, and after that we will go to the installed plugin, because when you going to set up the Jenkins first time, that time the Git client is automatically installed. So now you can see the Git client plugin is already enabled. So this is enabled when you are going to set up the Jenkins first time. So by default it will be there. If it is not there, then you need to install from the available plugin. And second is the Git plugin. This is also installed automatically, and the Git push plugin we just installed, and the Git server plugin also already installed. So these are the Git related plugins you need to install, and these are the GitHub API plugins, GitHub related plugins you need to install. Now go back to your dashboard. Under the dashboard, go to the manage Jenkins, and we have successfully set up the plugins. We need to provide the tools. We need to configure the Git for our job. So I'll click on the tools. Under the tool, if you scroll down, you can see the Git installation section is there. So under there we need to provide the Git related settings. So first let me provide the Git. This is the name of the Git. Now path of the Git executable. So you know we have installed the Git on our Windows machine, and where is that path? So we'll go to the C drive and your programs files. Under the program files you will see the Git folder is there. In the Git folder you will see the bin is there. So in the bin folder we have the git.exe. So we need to copy this path. So it is asking for the git.exe path. Now this is not for the Windows, so we will change to the / change it. Now bin git.exe. Now this is the path we need to provide. So you can validate where your git.exe is installed. If this is not installed, please go and install the Git on your local system. Okay, and after that provide the path where the git.exe is installed. Now you are ready. So this is Git is installed. Now apply and save. Alright, so now coming back, and now if you refresh this one, okay, again if you go and add the repository, now this time we are not getting any error related to the Git. That means the Git setup is done successfully. Now here it is asking for the credentials. We don't have any credentials because our repository is the public repository. If this is the private repository, we need to provide the credentials. So for that you can click on the add, and the Jenkins side you can provide the username. So this will be the username, and now here under the password you can provide the personal access token. So you can go to the settings. Under there you can go to the developer settings, and their personal access token is there. So you just create the classic token and now generate the new token and provide the token value here. Under the password, add the credentials, and then you can select the credentials for that. But as of now, this repository is the public, so we don't need the credentials for that. So I'm just going to apply. Before that, we need to select the branch, is the master branch, and now apply and see. Alright, so the Git integration is done. Now let me check. So what I will do, let's just build now, and after that you will see the build is started. So let's go back to the console. Now here we will see the console output. So you can see building the workspace is this location. Okay, this is the job, and it is cloning the repository first on the local system, and now here this is a successfully cloned the repository, and the job is successfully executed. If I go back to the dashboard, I can see the job is successfully executed. So like that you can integrate Git with the Jenkins. So first you need to set up the plugins. You need to install the plugin on the Jenkins. Then you need to provide the configurations for that Git to the under the tools, and then you can execute the Git job issue. So hey guys, welcome back. So in this lecture I am going to show how we can integrate the Maven with the Jenkins. So you can see our project is the Maven project. We have the pom.xml file. So to execute the pom.xml file we need the Maven. And how we can set up the Maven on the Jenkins, let's see. First I'll go to the Jenkins dashboard. Now let me create a new job. So I'll provide the name of the job. This is a test with Maven job. I'll select the freestyle project. Now okay. So first I need to select the source code management, and so I will select the Git, and let me provide the Git URL path. So code and the copy, and I will provide the repository path here. Then scroll down. Trigger sections we will see later. Environment. So I want the delete the workspace before the build start. So whatever workspace is available, let's delete, and then we'll create the new workspace. Okay, and coming to the build steps. So under the build steps we will add the build steps. So what is the build steps? To run the Maven command, you can see the invoke the top level Maven target. So I will select this one. Now here you need to provide the goal of the Maven. So definitely we will do the clean install. Let me first run this one, and the post action is nothing, so just apply and save. So we have provided the clean install. These are the steps, but we need the Maven plugin to be set up on the Jenkins. So again we will go to the dashboard. Under the dashboard we will go to the manage Jenkins. Under the manage Jenkins, just scroll down and you will see the plugins. So here you select the available plugins. Now select the Maven. So you can see the Maven integration is there. So let me integrate the first the Maven and then install the Maven. Okay, now we can see the Maven integration is getting installed on the Jenkins server. So the Maven integration is done. Now we'll go back to the manage Jenkins. Under the manage Jenkins we need to provide the where our Maven is up and running. Okay, because by default the Jenkins will install the Maven and then it will perform the job executions, but we need to do some Maven configuration. So we will go to the manage Jenkins. Under the tools we have done the Git. Now we need to provide the Maven installation. So here you can see the Maven installation is there. Now let's add the Maven explicitly. So I will provide the Maven name is the Maven. Here you can see it is installed automatically, but we don't want to install automatically, so I'll remove it. Now where is my home repository for the Maven? So on my local system, here we have the Maven is there. So this is Apache Maven which we have set up on our local system Windows machine. So we need to provide the home path of this Maven. So I will take this home path of this Maven, copy this path wherever you have downloaded and unzip the Apache Maven, go back to the Jenkins and the setup. Now this is the // we have to change with the /. So I already have this command. So you just replace the / with /. Now we have set up. Now apply and save. Now your job is done. Now go back to your job. Now this time we can easily perform the Git and the install. But before that we need to provide where is my pom.xml file is there. So I'll click on the advanced. Now here I need to provide the pom.xml file. So this is my pom.xml file path. So if I click on this one, it will give me the project repository name, and this is the pom.xml file name. So you can do what you can do. You just provide the pom.xml file. You no need to provide the whole path. This is the path. You just copy. If you copy and paste it here, by default it will take the pom.xml file is there. Okay, now these things are done. Now we are not going to select anything, so just apply and save. This is the first thing. Now let's build the code. Now let's go to the console output. You can see the job is running. So if you scroll down, okay, so build is successfully executed. You can see the build is executed successfully here. We are not getting any error for the build. So if I go back to the dashboard, I can see the job with the test with the Maven job is successfully executed. So like that we can execute the Maven. Alright, so hey guys, welcome back. So in this lecture I am going to show how we can integrate the Jenkins with the SonarQube server. So if I go to this URL localhost 9000, you can see this is my SonarQube server which is up and running. You can see the SonarQube is operational, this is up and running, and I can access the SonarQube server by this URL 9000 on my local system. Here the Jenkins, we need to do some configuration. So if I go and see, the JDK installation configuration is done and the GitHub integration is done, Maven integration is done. Now we need to do some SonarQube related configurations. So I'll go back to the Jenkins and I'm going to create a new item, and then I'll create a job. Test with the Sonar job, I'll select the freestyle project and click on OK. Now first let me do some code configuration. So get under there, I need to provide this path of the repository. I'll go to the code and I will select the path and I will provide it here. So I don't have any error. So if you scroll down, triggers, so that we will see later. Now environment, delete the workspace before the build start. Now the build steps, let me select the invoke the top level Maven target, and by default I'm going to select the Maven and the target is the Maven install. This is the, as of now we are going to select this one. Now I'm just going to apply. So this is a basic configuration for the Git and the Maven is done. Now how we can do with the SonarQube configuration. So first let me go back to the dashboard, go back to the manage Jenkins. Under the manage Jenkins, first go to the plugins. Under the plugins, go to the available plugins. Now select the Sonar Scanner. So Sonar Scanner is the plugin. If you are not finding, go to the installed plugin. If the plugin is already installed, so if you go and search with the Sonar, you can see the Sonar Quality Gate plugin is already installed and Sonar Scanner for the Jenkins. So if this plugin is not installed for you, you need to install this plugin. So this is the main plugin we need to install. I have already installed, so this is showing with the install. So you can go to the available plugins and search this plugin. You will get the plugin and just simply install the plugin. Okay, this is the first thing we have to do. After that, we have the SonarQube server is up and running. So we need to do the integration between Jenkins and the SonarQube server. So how we can do that? So first go to the manage Jenkins, scroll down, then go to the system. Now under the systems, if you scroll down, you can see the SonarQube server is there. So here we need to do some configuration. So first is that add the SonarQube. So when you click on this add the SonarQube, provide the name Sonar server. This is the name of the Sonar server. Now here we need to provide the server URL. So as of now my SonarQube is running on localhost 9000. So we will provide this URL. If we are running the SonarQube on EC2 instance, you copy the URL, public internet URL, and provide it here. And now here the server authentication token. We need to provide some token based authentication. So what we can do, we need to add the token. Click on the add and then select the Jenkins. Now here in the kind, you need to select the secret text. Okay, the kind is the secret text and the scope will be the global. Now here the secret, so here we need to provide the token value. So we can generate the token from the SonarQube. So I'll go to the SonarQube and go to your account. I'll click on the my account. Then here the security is there. Now here you can generate a token. Okay, so we already have some user token, and now let me generate a new token, new user token. And this is the type of the user token. We want to perform the user authentications. Now let's generate. Now copy this token and paste it somewhere for the future use, and copy the token, come back to Jenkins and provide under the secret, and now add. And now in the drop down you need to select the secret text. I already added so many secret text. So I'm going to select any secret text. So if you are seeing the secret text, you can select that one. And after that, here you can see the one more setting is there, enable variables, environmental variables. So this we need to check. So we need to select this one, apply and save. Now the SonarQube configuration is done for us. Now let me run the SonarQube job. So I'll go to the job. Now let me build the job. So now the build will start. Now here we can see the console output. So let me see the job should be executed successfully or not. Okay, so build is successful, but we are not getting any sonar analysis here. The reason is why, because we are not using the SonarQube command. So now let me go back to the job and go to the configuration of the job. After that, go to the build steps. Under the build steps, we have select only the goal is clean install. We need to provide the goal sonar. This is the Maven goal by which we will get the SonarQube analysis report. So I will apply and save. Now again build now this job. You can see the new build will be triggered here. Let's go back and see on the console output. Okay, so this time you can see the analysis will start. Sonar 4.0 is running. So you can see the sonar is up and running. Now you can see the analysis already started. It's loading everything, the plugin and the process and the project tree, and it is executing the pom.xml file, and in the target it will generating the sonar, and it is loading the project setting for the component. This is the, it also load the quality profile, and now the quality profile for the Java. This is the by default we are using the sonar way. Okay, so we have the build is successfully done. Now you can see the analysis also successful. So you can find the result at this location. So you just click on this link and it will load the link. Otherwise you can go to your SonarQube and go to the project and just wait for some time. To wait around 10 seconds so that the SonarQube report will be published here. This is the link. If I click on this link, I will see the new analysis is in progress. Right, so now you can see the last analysis 1 minute ago. That means the analysis is done. So if I refresh the existing one, I can see this is passed and the analysis done 1 minute ago. And this is the link where we have. So now if I go and see the issues, you can see all the issues are there. And this is the code. Under this code, we have the src folder and we have the two Java source files that got analyzed from the SonarQube. So like that, we can integrate the sonar job. This is the way by which we can trigger the Jenkins job and we can get the SonarQube analysis on the SonarQube server. Now this is the way how we are doing with the Jenkins freestyle project. So now in the next video I will show you how we can perform with the pipeline.